for giving me the chance to say something. Introduce yourself. My my presentation topics: type of law. There are the many types of law. However, our laws are divided into two types, such as private and public laws. Private laws: this type of law determine relations between two or more citizens in country and government, does not become a party here. Example for the contract laws: tort law, the Muslim law and Hindu law, etc. Then what is law? The law is the body of rules and regulation made by the government, administrative agencies, both government and the private, to regulate the behavior of people with objective of the stabilizing order, space and harmony in the country. For example, the penal and the penal code of Bangladesh, then 1860. This code enumerate for the enumerates many types crime and punishment for those crime to be inflicted by the court of the criminals. Example, punishment for the murder and death penalty. Public laws: this type of laws determine relation between the citizens and the government. Example, constitutional law, administration law, test law, etc. Contract law. Contract law is the type of the laws which provide rules of the regulations for the formation and repudiation of the contract. Example, Contract Act 1872. The Contract Act 1872 provide to rules that the contract one party must be proposed to do or the not to do something, and the other party must accept the proposals, also known as offer. If the acceptors has the accepted the offer, a contract is made. The contract are the four types that are valid contract, invalid of the legal contract, void contract and the voidable contract. The section 2A of the Contract Act 1872 provide a contract is an agreement infertable by laws. Example, X factors: X offer to sell his motorbikes, or the Y for the 120 for the agrees to buys of the motorbikes with the mentioned price. Is just example, a contract is made between X and Y and it is a legal and valid contract. Example, X agrees to sell up to 100 grams heroin to Y, and Y agrees to buy contract with the straight price. This is an legal contract and cannot be enforceable. Valid contract. A valid contract is the contract which is enforceable by laws. Section 2 is of the CA 1872. Hence, is the contract is valid if you is the not prohibited by laws. Section 23 of the CA. For example, A agrees to sell and B agrees to buy a second-hand mobile phone for the 5,000 taka. This is contract of the enforceable by laws and the success is a valid contract. Section 2A of the field contract 8072 provide that a contract is legal if it is not enforceable by laws. Section 23 and the contract Act 8072 provide that a contract that is forbidden by laws is an illegal of the unlawful contract. Example of X offered to the sales 1 grams heroin to the Y on white left to be agrees to buy with the mentioned price. This contract is an legal contract as the consideration and object are legals. Section 2 of the 872 provide Section 10 of the CA provide of the agreement are the valid of the are the expressly declared to be void by laws. Example X tell Y and that if you promise that to do any similar business to will be appointed in Y his business enterprise. Y accept the conditions. This contract is avoided under Section 27 of the CA 8072. Narcotics control of the legal contract asset to and prohibit impact export sale purchase manufacture position etc. by all of the narcotics in the countries of the including heroin yes of the Gaza etc. Hence of the contract to sell heroin hereby of the Gaza is a legal contract because this contract is not enforceable by laws and the forbidden contract under the section 3 of the contract 8072. Void contract the following the agrees are the expressly declared to void of the contract asset 72 agreements in the voice part of the consideration on object of the lawful sections. Agreements made by without consideration section 25. Agreement of the restraint of the marriage section 26. Agreements of the restraint of the trade